Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of our Speak Kaki review. Today I'm going to do a summation garage update since the start of Speak Kaki. My first video was my 1M. Well, this car is produced in 2011. As all 1M owners know, or even BMW fans, you should know that. There was supposed to be only 2007 in the whole world. 1M was sold. I missed it. Then secondly, you have seen my A45S that drove for a year. So also, sometimes I see a bit of A45S at the track. I miss it. I didn't know how far to go with it. The 1M, I still went for a few breakfast drives. The A45S was sad to say only in Singapore. And then the COE rise so high. I should have kept the car a bit more.
Don't need your Varis, your Vortex, your spoon. No, this one, the stock wing, good enough.
Sekali sebab open this car so already. I mean, I don't intend to sell it but hard to say Then you have seen my DC5R, which was my Zhou Huimin that I dreamed of and also was sold. Now I heard it's back in the market again. Then you have seen my Super Trofeo, which was sold as well.
The Lamborghini Super Trofeo Stradale.
I miss that car dearly too. Now, I'm left with these three cars. On my right is of course my F82 M4 competition. And on my left, you will see my 永远的神 EK9.
特工开这车，特工淡，这架车哈，千变室外，2000年的车，这车是 right hand。我觉得这车的用是 everlasting 的，是永恒的。这阵已经10几年了，你看了，还是水啦，讲
And
坦
of
白
course,
啦。
my old trusty 小黄, my FD2 Type R. I've never owned a car for so long, since 2016 till now. The 1M was because I think the price was decent then. It was a coupe, kind of regret it, but it's fine. I think the price was good. The A45S, at that point in time, couldn't do anything with the car. I felt it's a little bit wasted. That's the only auto car that I have. My wife was driving it. I was like, should I keep the car? Just posted up for sale for fun. And it was sold. So already, point of no return. The DC5R, well, if you ask me, DC5 and FD2 are a little bit too similar. It's unlike the FD2 and the EK9. Two different engines, two different platforms. The DC5 somehow or other is the earlier version of the K20. This was the later version. I think the FD2 trumps the DC5, apart from looks aside, trumps the DC5 in power, in better handling, and also has more seats. Can sit 5 comfortably. DC5 was, of course, my childhood favorite. I still miss it, but then I felt it had to go. So by and large, yes, the Trofeo, because my first time owning this super car, I really miss it. A lot of my friends still miss it. They drove it before. They told me, wow, this car damn good. If borders open now, you can go. Because I held it for a year, borders never opened. So I thought maybe should sell it. I don't think it was opening anytime soon. Well, then suddenly it opened. Then everything, all hell break loose. Then I had to buy one car. I bought the M4. You know, holding cars in Singapore is a very xiong thing. Wow. A lot of money involved, then upkeeping, everything. You know, Lamborghinis are quite hardy. Honestly, nothing spoiled during my tenure in 1 year. But I tell you, man, one radiator is $5,000. For a poor car salesman like me. Not easy, not easy. I felt it had to go then. On hindsight, maybe not, but it's okay. What is done cannot be undone. Now we'll share more about my current cars. Alright. You can see this FD2, I've owned it for 6 years, but honestly these 6 years, continuously upgrading, continuously trying new setups and platforms. Of course, last time you can see in my previous review, it was in the original Malaysia Jay's kit. Original Malaysia means it's not original Japan. After all, you know, my friends play, new friends start to join. They say, hey, after do this, do that. Then I got pulled into this whirlwind. Wow, we did the Mugen kit together. Original Mugen kit. Crazy pricing. Then after the borders reopened, I went back to track. Wow, my trust bearing broke. I think the engine was forged for over 5 years. Many track days. 1,000 laps around Sepang probably. And 70,000 km. Time now, maybe no practice. Maybe the engine, never for too long, I also don't know. So the trust bearing book gave me a good chance to relook in my setup and change a lot of things. Apart from the engine, which was totally rebuilt, I did new LSDs for the car itself, which is the ATS LSDs. Then I refreshed the seats. Yeah, the seats are now Zeta 4. Rims, from 17, I upgraded to 18 for better width. And of course, the results were pretty decent. I did a PB over my previous setup, which is good in just a few months' time. So this FD2 is the car that I own the most, and it's the car that I'm still continuously doing. But I also posted it on the net. I don't know. Maybe I want to try other cars. Maybe. I still love the car, make no mistake. For one to survive, one must die lah. So for one to be in the garage, one has to go out lah. Now is not the time to own 5 cars. Then during the peak, this garage had 5 cars. People see me, wow, one bunch of kids, gawky, so see that. They say, wow,你今日掂嘅車出門啊，攏總是你掂嘅車，我拍攝攏是我嘅車，哇！我是咯，我真凶嘅，有隻司機，只係凶。I think 3 car still okay lah, still manageable. There's no super car in the garage, or there's no super new car ma. Well, so this FD2, still love it, still continue to give it attention. Come, next, wow, is the 永远的神 EK9 was in the garage since last year lah. When it first came in, we redid all the paint. There was a period of time, all my car all yellow color, all this shit, Atacama yellow. But I think a bit of white is good lah. I don't want to change it to yellow lah. Championship white still the most original looking type lah. So this car, you know, came in. I refreshed a lot of things lah. The whole engine bay, all the aftermarket skunk 2 parts, all refreshed back to new parts lah. Sorry, original parts, not all new. Some are new, some are not new, but all original parts. So it was quite hectic. Even the new headlights, I have a new set of Stanley Morgan headlights. Not Stanley Morgan, that is a bank. Stanley headlights, okay. In my shop, I haven't do it because I drive daily. I use this better. When I want to come out and 表演, then I put up my Stanley headlights. The badges have been changed as well. This badge also took me a few months to come in. I don't know why. All these old cars, now I'm quite scared already because all the old cars need some time to get all the parts in one. So yeah, refresh everything, give it a tune, make everything back in order. The side fender protector also got it back, you know. So this car, I love it lah. Hey, but you also post for sale leh. I said, yeah, correct lah. For one to survive, one must die ma. So but I don't know if it's you, would you keep the FD2 or would you keep the EK9? Please comment below. Give me some idea lah. This EK9 I have not brought it to track yet lah. I don't want to track this car. This car belongs to a museum piece. Haven't do full PPF. This car is full PPF, full paint protection, front and back, whole car all around. This car, half car. Why? Because no budget liao. Okay. This car haven't do PPF yet lah. Keep it this way first. I have a Honda track day coming up. Probably it will go there just to parade lah. So maybe I'll do a half car PPF. If you ask me what I want to do with this car, maybe I'll do a bit more of the interior lah. You can see the rear is red seats lah. I like it because it's more uniform. But original Type R's are red seat in front, black seat behind. I intend to refresh the back seat to black again. One thing I don't like is I'm waiting for this battery to kicha lah. In the Honda bonnet, there's only one thing that can be red. It's the engine valve cover. This one, once it's gone case, I'll change to a black battery so it looks more uniform. It wouldn't steal the thunder away from the engine bay area lah. Maybe power upgrades to the car, but I really contemplating against it lah because I want to keep it as original, as stock as possible lah. Now look at it, wow, power, no. You go to petrol kiosk, the uncle say, wow, bang, power lah, your Creta. Then you go to Malaysia, suddenly got one Malaysian bike. Chase behind me from behind, come beside me, no. I thought, simi daiji, I chicha. Then he gave me, wow, give me a thumbs up leh. Wow, my wife sit beside me and say, wow. 这个车这样多人喜欢啊！你不要玩哦，这台老车、小车，咱看到这车系后车袂使的嘛是有串物件啦。但是呢，我们正汽车爱好者，拢种物件伫心内底，你暑假就好，给我开款类，逐天看一个红牌，哇，我就是会 happy。哇，每个人看到每一个人爱因为每一个人的童年在里面90年代日本汽车的那个巅峰时期的时候，这辆车就是本田第一代思域的 First Civic Type R。You can be FL5, you can be FK8, I don't care. But this is the first. This is your grandfather. Wow, a bit of heritage in it lah. Honestly, I love it lah. The other time I fetched my colleague, my colleague said, wow, 你这个车很低嘞。Yeah, this car gives you the supercar kind of height on a 1.6 liter. So, hey, to keep or do what? You all let me know car. How come this car more smooth one side and top? Because this car I have not talked about it before lah. Car was bought this year lah, maybe end of first quarter this year lah, because the borders reopened. I needed a car, and of course, being BMW M at heart, I think I needed an M car to join the club, to have fun, to go to the track with lah. So my first time tracking a rear-wheel drive car, which is my M4. When it was first launched in 2014, not many people were good look at this car. They say, oh, this car like E92 drive better leh. But I can see after many years, a lot of people have started to appreciate this car a lot. And of course, it's the compact lah. Prices of this car has also gone up lah, in terms of depreciation. Quantum still about there. But what's so good about this car? What have I changed? Personally, I feel that this car the looks are still quite lasting. The new G, of course, is controversial. Either you like it or you don't like it. But this one, I tell you, most people like it one. This is the compact. When it first started out, it wasn't this bonnet. This is the original bonnet that came with the car. But because unfortunate event, the GTS bonnet, the legs broke. This bonnet needs to be clipped properly, because if you go at high speed, the bonnet will fly up and hit. That's what happened to the car itself. Okay, today we changed back to the original bonnet that I used to have. That's the bonnet there. You can see that the impact is pretty fierce. Do I miss the GTS bonnet? Maybe I do lah, but this looks still okay. So this car, when I bought it already comes with all the body kit ready. So it's nicely kitted up. I quite like it. The 20-inch original rims, the 66 rims, were swapped. I bought this RRT rims. Very good price from a fellow trekkie. RRT rims, you know lah, Singapore made. Lightweight rims, 7 kilo plus for 19-inch. Fantastic, man. Then, of course, I felt like the brakes needed some improvement. I changed to the Brembo GTS. Now, Brembo GTS at first was with EBC yellow stuff. Sorry, don't flame me EBC, but I don't like your product. A little bit soft and it was not very lasting. Around 2 track days, the pads all gone already. So change to the Brembo RE10s. These are the real stuff from Brembo. Wow, the braking pedal feel is damn good. You step a bit, the car clamps, and there's modulation in it as well. So I love it. Wow, the Brembo GTS, I love it. 6-piston front, 4-piston rear setup. Felt that the level of consistency that's able to give me in terms of braking, I think this is the way to go. Oh my god, oozing with passion, Italian passion again. I changed all the badges. The badges are BMW M, 50 years of BMW M. The logo became smaller, there are a bit more designs to it. Front and rear are original BMW. The rest are because they don't make for this steering wheel as well, the horn button badge. I had to find original Taobao, okay, I am very frank one, to make it look uniform, because I cannot bear to see here is 50 Yara, here is the original BMW badge. Weird. I'd rather put the RRT badge if need be. For the rear, I changed to the original M4 competition badges. This is for the G series, but this is M4 competition. Original from Eng Soon. Then what I found one logo that I bought in Nürburgring a few years ago. 1.7 oh, still can stick, very power. My FD2 also has I feel that put in behind looks more kilat. Been to Nürburgring and back, driven in Nordschleife, so must be proud of it, and I relish those days. I will go back again. Now for the interior, I got nothing against it. This one came with the car. Some people like it. Carbon fiber with a thick perforated side. I think it's quite nice, but I would like the Alcantara and performance steering wheel if I were to change. So this car came with the tractive suspension. Sorry, I have to hoist it, you can't see it. The original one for compact has already been improved from the non-compact variant, which is the original M4. But previous owner gave me tractive. I love tractive, man. Tractive makes suspension for Pagani, GTR also use tractive. So this one is very comfortable. Now, I'll share with you what's in the new bonnet. Okay, Eventually air intake. Eventually is a good thing to have. Actually, for all fans outside. Eventually, no need one. The stock airbox is already very good. But eventually, never make it lose power. So it's okay. And it looks very nice like this. Okay, this one, all M4 came with it. I tell you, this one very light. One finger you can lift. Okay, I took over my friend's FTP charge pipe. Mine was don't know what brand one, yellow color, pop out already. I added camber plate to it. These are the Milway camber plates. It's to give me the camber that I need to run on track. Because for this car in front, max is around 1.5 degrees or whatnot. So not enough one. I changed to the SPL front lower camber arm. Was not too bad. It gave me 2.5 degrees. But I still needed the camber plate to get 3.5 degrees. Rear is max at around slightly below 2.5. So still can use. So I have not done full SPL yet. I have friends, the full car SPL, spend 40k on mods. Wow, crazy, man. Other people ask him, hey, why you don't want to change to M2 since you already spend so much on mods? But he told me that if I change M2, I'll also do all these mods. It's the same. The full SPL undercarriage, which you can see. Okay, I've only done the front. Reuse back one bright seat that I have. Okay, and I bought rails from Mickey Marketing, the bright rails. If you ask me, maybe I might change to Recaros in front, because I still need to fetch people in the rear. If the FD2 gets sold, these seats need to be folded. I cannot do full bucket. So by and large, I've done a stage 2 tune to it, remapped it. I think this car goes. Honestly speaking, 500 over horsepower is enough. And I love it when I drive it. To better track times for 2023 and also to improve myself driving rear-wheel drive cars. Oh, yeah. We still need to talk about one car, which is my wife's favorite car, my Targa 4S. It was in the review before. Probably that car is more for my wife. You can't do much with it. You can't track it. Look, it looks nice. I like the 997 Targas because the 997 Targas look more coupe. The current Targas look a bit more convertible. So I like the 997 Targa. Ask me, will I buy back Porsche again? One day probably I would lah. 每一个男人心中都应该会有一台保时捷吧 But I really love the GT4 RS. But that one expensive lah, beyond my budget. But I fancy how Porsche make their cars lah. On top of BMW M lah, BMW M is in my heart lah. Porsche is just in my mind lah. For a while, my wife said, "Wow, 我们有一天也要拥有 GT3." I said, "哈 ，GT3 GT3 很贵耶，姐姐." Maybe lah, maybe she has dreams. Maybe we should have dreams. I'm only 42 this year. I should have more dreams, See how it goes. But now, market, 很惨啊！这个市场，哥哥们，谁可以给我一条路？ No, I'm just joking. But right now, we all know that the market is not at its peak, Still must have dreams. Okay, so steady. This sums up my garage update, Wow, the car that I miss the most, I miss the Super Trofeo the most, honestly speaking. But the A45s, I missed it a lot also. But M4 and A45S, yeah, M4 is bigger CC, but similar, they're a similar group of cars. The Super Trofeo, I never experienced something like that before. I shared in a video, I didn't like Gallardos. Okay, now to today, I maybe still don't like Gallardos a lot, but I really love the Trofeo. Maybe it's very well kept, very well maintained.
I brought this car to a workshop. I was shocked, A car that is 9.5 years old didn't have any crosses on it. They were all ticks, I said, wow, is it really so good? After all, this is fully maintained by the agent.
A very racy feel in terms of driving Super Trofeo. In terms of everything it's the FD2 The FD2 since 2016 till now, every year we are trying to improve it. Not we I'm trying to improve it. Trying to improve myself, trying to improve the car, different setups. Go to track one So go to track must always do a bit of things here and there to improve oneself So this car this FD2 is me honestly speaking, 6 years plus of effort.
私欲不改，不如丢下海. If you don't mod your Civic, you might as well throw it into the sea.
Quite scary the amount come out. I don't dare to calculate I share with you the amount of stuff that I do. I still keep my receipt You hang on here you see you will jam also. 6 years Wow, 一本册encyclopedia and some things like I bought from Driven Joel don't have receipt I take and go so those things are unaccounted for, but those are mostly parts so this is 6 years 不要开玩笑，价格不菲
一日本田，终身耕田. Because you know why? You'll be doing your best to upkeep your vehicle.
My new car plans for 2023. GP3 I think I would love to try a GP3. Never owned a Mini Cooper before. This one is fact quite interesting proposition. I every day see in my shop. 越看越美. So this sums up my garage update. I think Speed Kaki started in 2021. We have a lot of support and a lot of kind words. We are very grateful. We still strive to give you guys better content, nice cars to review. And I really hope you guys will continue to support us. I tell you, doing car review in Singapore is not an easy thing because it takes a lot of passion. It burns money. We're not like Malaysia, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan got track for you to go and stuff. Singapore have nothing. And Singapore right now, motorsports just got a sudden revival after the borders open. I hope that this fire keeps burning for all Singaporeans. I think motorsports is a very important part in every man's adulthood or maybe childhood. So yeah, we hope that you guys continue to support us and hope for a better 2023. We'll keep you guys posted on what's our plans. So yeah, stay safe. Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you.